Welcome to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up the series on the 15th of April 1977. It's a little bit later than I originally intended. What actually happened was I was doing some flattening in this area, also on the location of my new farm over here, and I accidentally let the game run on for, well, quite a few weeks actually. Now, what I want to do in this part is lay out the farm here. I've also got a few other small jobs that need to be done, but as usual, a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. And one thing I do want to show you is based on a comment somebody asked me about whether you could put a port in this canyon section here. And when I created the map, I actually put this section in here. If I show you just along here, we should be able to get an aggregate port in here. It could be a little bit tight. I've also put in enough width along here to possibly put an oil harbour in and a general goods harbour here, because this area here could act as a central hub for distributing goods. Because if I show you the map, up here we've got coal, quite a big patch of coal here. So what we should be able to do is get a few coal mines up in this area, possibly a small town if possible, and then we'll be able to turn the coal ore into coal, and then that could be shipped down the river to the steel mill. There's also quite a large patch of iron here, which could do exactly the same. We could turn the iron ore into iron, and that could be shipped out. The dilemma I've got is the fact that you can see that the railroad and roads have now been pushed out quite a long way. So there is a pretty strong argument that what I could actually do is, especially with respect to the iron ore, is turn the iron ore into iron here and then ship it down by rail. So I've got kind of two options to be able to take this forward, and probably in the long term I'll probably try both just to see, because this series is very much about exploring game mechanics. As I say, what I want to do in this part is sort out the farm, but we've got a few other small jobs that I need to do. The first one is down here, because we're slowly putting these areas together so that I can start to be able to produce gravel, but we're now at a point where I can should be able to mine the coal here, simply because we've got power into this area. I've also got a fire station here that needs a fire truck. I've also managed to get power to this fire station as well. So what I would like to do is effectively get this up and running. I think we'll get some fairly powerful fire trucks into this area. That's speed level 4, that's 10, that's 9. I mean, it's a 12 here, so we're going to put a couple of fire trucks into there. What I'm going to have to do is buy some buses from here. I think, wow, what was this? This needs 25. We don't really need anything else here. My inclination is, if I come into here, what can we buy in the way of buses? I don't really want to put a major bus here, because the staffing here level here is only 25. Kind of inclined if I could get an 8-seater minibus, if I could get 2 of these. We'll put 2 of these on here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then if we set a route up from, say, we'll pick up from here and drop them off here. Call this Winchester. Actually, no, we'll call it Gravelton Fire for the moment, and then save that. Add these 2 guys to the press escape, and we'll just these. Oops. Of course, what we're going to need to do is pick up workers from here, and then unload here, and that should be good. One thing I will do is rename this for you Gravelton. Call this supply fire. So we got this one here, and what that should do is get fire crews into here, which will give me fire protection here. Now down here, I actually want to get workers both into the small local fire station here, Gonna buy another one. I don't think we can buy a, just gonna buy another one here. Yeah, 80 kilometers. Yeah, I mean there's not a lot in these, are there? So I think we'll just put the one fire engine in here, and then up here, and we'll just buy. Kind of inclined to buy 2 full-size buses for this route. There's something a bit more capacity. 83, but at the same time I don't really want to take too many passengers away from Winchester. Actually, I've just had, now I think we'll put in a couple of these. Again, we're just going to set a route up from, I mean we should have plenty of workers here. I mean it's a little bit out of the way to bring it down to here, but I can't really see. And for you Winchester, for you coal mine, just so that you know we're going to the coal mine, and then we'll come up here, just add you there. Of course we'll have to Winchester bus platform and pick you up here, and you can drop off here. What that should do is get at least some coal production into this area, because this conveyor is actually active. So what we should be able to do is start getting some coal ore into here. Of course we can't really produce anything yet because this hasn't been built, but the idea is that we can might as well get some coal ore flowing into this area, because I've got spare workers over here. Now the food situation is pretty good. We're in April, we're down to 344 crops, but we've got 570 tons of food into here, so that should last us through to the start of the next harvesting cycle. Now down here, what I've actually done is I've laid out this area here, and what I'm going to do is put another huge construction office there. So we're going to have 2 huge construction offices operating here. But at the moment I still need to get the power into this area. What is this? Oh, it's the, I need to get this built here so that I can get power to get to this fuel depot at the moment. And so that's working. I think we got fuel out to here now. My ship is slowly being built. I think the problem with the shipbuilding is the sheer number of hours you need to workers. I've got no engineers or workers. That's a little bit. Oh no, I think they've just arrived. Yeah. I really want to second train set down here, but what I want to do is get this finished first. It's not going as fast as I was hoping it would, because the train's got to come all the way out here. We just, I don't know why I paused it. I was just going to speed the game up and you just watch him kind of whiz up round here. Hopefully he will come all the way back to here. Now over here, I've got my electronics factory up and running, but I haven't actually got any workforce in here at the moment. Okay, let me just well, we'll just check the train. Where are you? Just keep an eye on this first, and then I'll put the workforce into the electronics. What I really want to do is make sure this gets finished, and then what I'll do is then I'll change the signaling so that I can get this in here, because my fuel situation is getting a little bit desperate. Just to show you here, I'm kind of right on the edge with the fuel, so I really need to get a train here that I can start importing more fuel. Has he got the electronics to finish this off? Oh, you can do it. You can do it. Yes, you've done it. Thank you. So what I'm going to do is just let him get himself sorted first, and then we'll come back and do the signals, and he can start laying the track out here. In fact, what I could do is, he's gone that way, isn't he? So what I can do here is just going to slow the game back up again, and then we'll redo these signals. So that signal's good, that signal's good. What we need is to put this back to one-way chain signal, and that can go that way. You need a signal there. Now the problem I've got here is that this is all a bit close with respect, so I can't put a really long train in here. We're going to have to kind of run relatively short fuel trains into this area here. And just put you there. There. See how short this distance is. So we can't put... If I put long trains in here, we may have a little bit of a problem. I'm kind of... I wouldn't mind pulling this back a little bit. Won't let me. Nope. Okay, we're going to have to... We're literally going to have to put a small train in here with about 2 or 3 wagons in it. I think it'll be okay. We'll just put that there. And then, of course, you're going to go... Oops, nope. Chain signal. Like that. Kind of half wondering whether I should make this all into one kind of section. That's the wrong way round. We're only gonna have the one train coming in here. I think what I might do to start with is we'll take this out like that. So this will only enter here if it can go out that way. It will only enter here if it goes in that way. It will only enter there. In fact, I think we'll leave these the way they are. I think to start with, we'll go with this configuration. So this is a self-contained block. So what will happen is nothing will enter here while it's going there. Because if there's a train waiting there, this line should still flow through and this line should still flow through. So that should still work in theory. Let me just see, how much can I get? No, back to electronics. Yes, sorry. Now, what I want to do is actually export the electronics. I know some of you will say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, but the way I'm thinking is this factory is working in a socialist country to service the decadent communities of the West, not supply consumer goods to the locals, which is something that used to happen back in the later stage of the Soviet era. But what we really need to do is get in a trolley bus here. So we're going to have to buy a trolley bus. What we got here? 60 kilometers an hour. I think we'll get one here. And again, we're just going to set up a route from there to there. I suppose I could have got the cheaper one actually, couldn't I? Just this electronics. Now my main concern about setting this up is whether I'm going to steal all the electro components, which is okay, I'm just going to save that. Let me come here. Where are you? Trolley bus stop 5. Which one are you? Okay, trolley bus 5 is here. So I'm just going to put all the workers in. I just need, and then trolley bus 6. You're going to unload. And save that change there. A lot of workers here. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I don't want tourist students. What I only want here is workers. Yeah, get rid of you. And then what that should do is bring them down to here. I mean, we got quite a lot of electro components in here. I could export the electro components. It's exactly built on flat land there, is it? But at the moment I want to just export the electronics, and that what I want to do is use this to offset some of the cost of having to import fuel. Let me just come up to here. And I think while I want to build my money up a little bit, I want to lay in the track up here. What I've done up here is I've kind of put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 large fields. I put in some medium fields here because the train was a little bit less forgiving, so I couldn't actually get these a large field in here, partly because of the road that's going out here and partly because the train isn't exactly flat. And this is one of the issues when you're putting in large fields. If I show you here, I'm going to put some large fields over here, is that it doesn't take much in uneven territory like that to kind of put out the large fields. But what I want to do is I want to see how many large fields I can get in across this bit here. I can get at least 2. I think 3 might be a little bit tight, isn't it? Got a gap there because I've got to put a rail and a road link through there. Ideally, I would like to have a large field up, say about there. But at the same time, I would like to still be able to level off this corner here. Now, the reason I've had to stop is the fact that I've run out of range, so I'm going to really need this to be built so that I can get work on that. I think we'll just leave these fields here. Something like this, just put there on this, just make sure it lines up with. I want to put something like this in close to this field here. What I really want to do is go the full distance with respect to storage. Now, I could use this one for 2,240, but I think putting the larger one in here would be better because it's going to take me a little while to build the rail track. So to start with, we're going to be moving the crops using trucks. So my instinct is to want to put you in. I want you fairly tight in against the road's the wrong way round. Actually, I don't think I should. I think the road is just going to be a service road, isn't it? So maybe if I need to stretch this out a little bit. I don't need to stretch out this much because the track isn't going to go any further. So I put that there. And of course, what we're going to do is put in a cargo station here. I mean, let's just have a quick look at the modded cargo stations. Because they're all a little bit more two-way. When we got 6.1 there, this has got a little bit more. It faces the right direction. I think we're just going to use the standard cargo station. I think we can just kind of compromise a little bit. And again, maybe not. No, we're going to use the modded version, I think. I generally don't like using these, but I think this time we're going to make a bit of an exception. So we're going to put you in there. And that will allow me to have 6 drop-offs there. Now what I've got to do next is going to be a little bit close to... I think we'll be okay. And I want to bring that track up there. Run you through, stay about there. Question's going to be the crossover. You kind of run straight into there. Go on, game, you can do it. So I'll run you all the way through to there. Just going to do that in 2 steps there. I think what I can do is we've got a nice long straight here, so what I could do is put that crossover there. Of course, this time I'm definitely going to be using the signal option to clear out the... Because we're going to have a road that will come out here, but I'm not going to put a bridge or anything in. This road will just come out straight over the top. We got the rail connection there. Going to accept that. And then now the fun bit comes, because I would like to get a road out from this junction here, go straight up to there. Let me just put the road in from this end. Whoops. Maybe if I bring the road down, it's something like that. Use asphalt. Use the kind of end marker for the road like that. Of course, this one will eventually come through. I think we'll put that in so that I know what it is. And so what we're going to have is fields up there. So we're going to need a road that will go out round up to this road that's connected there. And my instinct is to this. I mean, the actual. I think we might actually be turning this cargo bay round a little bit, actually. Let me just see. I want to put the agro farm in. Now, while I'm putting the farm in, I just want to talk about something that came up in the community update 20. Now, what the devs are proposing is putting fuel into certain buildings, which will make life a bit interesting. But from a point of view of a farm, I think having the fuel actually in the farm would make it a lot more efficient with respect to fueling your tractors and combines. But of course, if you're going to have distribution offices, you're still going to need a gas station up here. My instinct is to go like that. And then I think I can get rid of this, can't I? Okay. Can I delete that? Okay. Oh, yeah. This is one of the reasons why I don't like some of these distribution offices. The footprint can be a bit tricky. But what you can do is just demolish them this way. Oops, no. Oh. Yeah, this is... There we are. It just takes a little while to find it. I'm just going to get you out there. Yeah, I think I will put in a normal road distribution office. Something like that. Alongside the farm. Then that gives them a line across here. And I know it's going to be a bit inefficient for the trucks coming up here to take the crops away. But I think I need to look at the long term, not just the short term. We can kind of bring you out like that and then curve you round like that, and maybe take you up like that, curve you round. I don't really want to run the road through across here because we may need that space. Something else. Just kind of curve you up. Maybe trim you back a little bit. And then, and I am aware that I'm doing this all with asphalt. And take you. Wow. Okay. I think what we'll do is just split this road in half. And then you can come out and connect to there like that. That's connected. Actually, what I could do is make this a little bit tidier. Take that out. Take you out to there. I'll put you up to there. And you can come out there. Go up past here. I'd maybe make you slightly squarer. And you can kind of curve around like that. Up to there. Like that. And then what I might be able to do is get a small gas station in here to service the actual what we call it, distribution offices. Where I'm going to put the distribution offices will depend. Let's see if I can get that large field back in here. Pretty good if I could do that. I've still got to do this road connection here. But first things first, we're just going to go and just have a look around and see how things are going. We don't. Oh, it looks like the first buses are arriving. Here. You got any workers on? Got a few workers. Now that is a good example of where buses can cluster on the same route, especially if you create them both at the same time. Now currently there is a way, if you initiate cheat mode, where you can turn on line spacing for all routes. Now in Community Report 20, the devs said that they're going to add line spacing to the game, so you won't need to cheat mode, and more importantly you'll be able to assign it by route. Sorry. Let's just see. Yeah, we got workforce in here, so we've now got fire coverage. I'm a little bit more happier about that. I think my train is probably, let's come back to here, just going to pause a little bit. I think these guys have probably run out of work. Yes, so I need to check the trains now. Now comes the fun bit, because what I need to do is build this. So this section of track here is going to have to come kind of to, actually I can kind of fudge this a little bit. I put in look at the signals. You can come to a, I'll put You can come, you can go in there and lay that track all the way down there and come back this way. I can leave this track the same because the construct until this all is all been built, and then I can flip it so that I think what we'll do is we'll put you back on normal there. That's going to make this a little bit shaky, but I think if I put a chain signal there, an out one, say there, that will, is that going to be safe? What I will need to do is put in a signal. I think we're going to go with that to start with and just see how that works. I'm not totally happy with it, but I think we'll start with this and we'll get it there, and then we'll see how it works. I'm just going to need to keep an eye on this a little bit. Let's see, are we producing any? So we actually getting any electronics? It's got the storage capacity here. This is 72 tons. Well, it's got to be going. Oh, I think I've got a truck here. I must be loading them. Yep. And what this guy should be doing is taking them to electro imports, which is over here. And then once we got a few electronic components in here, we'll be exporting them out. Now, the other thing I've just realized is my other train over here is quite happily doing his own thing. Let me see, which one are you working on? You just see this. Okay, this looks like this guy's actually, this is the one I've just allocated, isn't it? Over here. So my other one has decided that he doesn't want to do anything. Just for completeness purposes, I want this built. Now the next thing I'm going to need to do is signal through here. I think we'll start here. Actually, shouldn't have allocated the job. Where are you? He's just coming out now. I'm just going to pause the game so that we can just check these signals so that the train sticks on the right route, so that you're okay there. You're coming out to there. This is where I've got to make the change. So what we need to do is make you that way. Trying to put you there. In fact, I could probably take that out. And then this will be a chain signal there. Thank you, game. That'll be a chain signal that way. This will be a chain signal that way. You're going to go that way. We're going to go that way. And of course, what we'll have to have here is this. I might as well do them all while I'm actually working on it. And of course, I'll just put in a mixed signal that way. So that takes this all the way through to here. Probably could do with a track splitter here, so just to reinforce that. Then of course here, and there, and there, and the chain signal going that way, another one coming that way, and another one coming that way. And then of course we'll have the one there, one there, and of course we'll have the mixed signals there for the train. And what that should do is that it allow this to be a shared track now with two-way, and then the construction train can come down here. In fact, I think I need another chain signal there, and a line like that. But I don't really need to put, I mean, I could put a mixed signal there. Because everything beyond this point is for the construction train to do his stuff. Right, let me just quick check of my fuel situation. Well, you've got 33 tons, so you're okay. I mean, it's just on the edge. So maybe I don't need that train just yet. So we got this here. I was just kind of a little bit worried about. So this guy's started. Where's the train set? Must be up here somewhere. Where are you? Well, here he comes. So we'll just speed that up a little bit. If we get a collision here. Put the signals on so I can see them. Yeah, because he's overlapping this little bit of track here. He can't get past. But once he's done this section, what should happen is that then this this train should be able to get past. So what I'm more interested in is whether he can finish the job and go back this way. I have a feeling that is really the wrong way round. And that one's wrong as well. That's the way it should be, shouldn't it? Because this guy needs to go across the crossover to go back the other way. We're just going to let him finish this. Let's just make sure. Just check the signals to make sure they're changing. So he should be able to come through. There's that little pause as he changes tracks. He should go through. As soon as he cleared that section, that went silver. That lets the train go that way. And then away they go. That should be working. Good. Now, while we're down here, just give you a bit of an update what's going on over here. I just want to see. Right, this guy's got fuel. Now, my one concern I do have is I'm starting to overload my fuel distributions office here. You can see we're getting lots of trucks coming in here. And it looks like very much we're out of fuel. So I'm kind of stressing my fuel supply system at the moment. So if I put another one on, life is going to be a bit difficult, isn't it? Because these guys are probably just taking the fuel exactly as it's being delivered. Up with the signals here, let me just check. I'm not sure why. Why did he come down this route? You shouldn't. You didn't need to come down this route, idiot. So why have you? What's up with this route? Check. I mean, it came up as far as there. Okay, we just get rid of that signal there. That signal there. Okay, what we'll have to do is come over here and cancel that job. I actually cancelled the wrong job. Put you over here. I think what I will do is lay this bit of track now. 1601. Okay, let me just rework these things. So we've got the train off of this bit of track here. Let me just redo these signals. That connects you to there. That goes up there. I think what I'm going to do is I don't need this connection. So we're actually going to take this out. I think this is what was causing the problem. And I don't need this on this section of track anymore, because this is where the splitter actually occurs. Oops, don't want that. But you can come there. You can go in there like that. You can come here like that. and then you can run through to there like that. So I don't need this track here. We've got this split here. Let's see if that will make our friend work a bit harder. And because as far as I could tell, he couldn't get all the way to this connection here. We'll just see if he can actually do it now. Because what you should be able to do is run all the way up this track to this point and then go through. So let me just see if our train... Okay, so they're following each other. And I think I haven't done this for a little while, so just kind of run through here just to make sure. Across another bridge. Lots and lots of bridges on this. Running through the trees. Just come up here for this connection. This is working okay. Across another bridge. Here. And what you should do now is have absolutely no problem just kind of coming in here, coming around to do the job. You should now just do this little final connection here, and of course once this connection is finished, we're going to start pushing the construction train up that way there. Of course I could probably take out that section there as well, so let's see if he makes his way back now. I mean, I can't see any reason why he should not. Let's get back to the fuel situation. I think what I might do, what fuel station are you on? You're on Gosport Distribution. Let me just see. I think if I might pull off some of these guys from... you. Why am I delivering to there? Yeah, I think what we'll do is... who is the fuel distribution office here? I think what we're going to do is we're going to put you onto here. Make you unload fuel there. This that off. This, what's the fuel in here? 30%, which is about 90. I think that'd be okay. And then what we'll do is come here and we'll take off Plymouth small oil storage. What's my small oil storage? Where are you? There it is there. So what we're going to do is just remove you off of here. Probably, what's this gas station as well? Oh, what are you doing on auto purchase? Oh, it's a bit antisocial. And I think we're also, yeah, that was, so you weren't actually causing a problem because you were purchasing your own fuel. That one got past me. Never mind, that's the way it goes. And I think we'll put you on here as well. I kind of put you at 40%, and then what we'll do is this is Portsmouth gas station, and we'll take you off of here as well. What that should do is spread the load a little bit more evenly with respect to the fuel. So we are actually holding up a little bit, but what that should do then is allow me, it's this one, isn't it? That, yeah, so you're the one who needs to be added to with bit fuel transfer. So what we can do now is add you to this area, and we'll just leave it at 30%, and then that will get a bit more fuel out of here. And then what I can do is start moving one of my construction offices to here so that we can start making some money. We're actually up to 784,000, which is pretty good actually. I'm aware time is pushing on actually. This video's gone very quickly. So what I want to do, I'm still a bit worried about the sport situation here. Somebody pointed out in the comments that in the winter the actual playing fields shut down, but I don't have playing fields in here. I think the problem is that I don't really. I'm going to have to put some more of these small athletics clubs in. I mean, we've got the kindergarten here is holding up. Athletics club, private school. I mean, we've got a little bit of space here. Might be able to squeeze in another athletics club in here. Everything else is a little bit too big. Stadium. Wow, that's big. I mean, it'd be great to put this in. But we'd have to kind of like put it somewhere. I mean, that's a bit over the top. I think what I'll do is I'll sneak in I can get another small athletics club in here. We can get that built. How's the sport up here? See, I think the problems in this area, I don't really have anything that's really big. So what we'll do is over here, you've got don't want the stadium. A fairly big gym here. Pipes in the way. Maybe if we put the gym down here, that might take away some of the demand from here. Say for argument's sake, I put that there. Yeah. If I put the sports gym here, that might pull away some of the demand from this area. Just have a look there. I mean, we're coming up to June. Let's just look at the food situation. Yeah, I mean, I think we've really got on top of the food situation here at the moment. Although, you know, oh no, we've still got crops in here. Got this kind of silly little fork truck here. I think what I might do is buy another one. Maybe another couple actually. Actually, just put 4 in here. Get them all kind of whizzing backwards and forwards so we keep this busy. Let's just check the other silos now. Over here, this silo should be empty. Let me see. Oops. Oh, we're kind of chopping down all the trees over there. This one, these are empty. Just check over here. If we got anything. You're empty. Actually, as somebody keeps saying, use the overlay. I suppose in some ways this is a good indication that there's nothing here because it doesn't show up. Right, I think if we come up here, yeah, so we're kind of just on the edge here, but you can see we've still got 517 tons in here. So we've used up all the crops and these should be all empty as well. Let's just have a quick look. Yep. Yeah, we got a little bit of crops down here, which I'm kind of using. It looks like we're out. Oh, we got some crops in here as well. So the chemical industry is doing quite well, keeping everything going. So that's looking good. Right, we've got, this is nearly finished. Imagine what my over 21s are. Yes, I've got loads and loads of over 21s, but I've got absolutely no spare space for them at the moment. I need to get some footpaths in here. Let's get you built. Just so we can kind of connect this up here. Just accept. Whoops, thank you, game. I think with the kind of increasing demand here, I think what we'll do is we'll put you on Winchester and Ireland, get you going there. And I think what we'll do is just have a quick update of what's going on over here. We've got the bauxite processing plant. We've got no one working in it at the moment. And what would we put in here? This would just hold the bauxite, isn't it? Because the output from here is raw bauxite. So quite interesting, actually. Why are we... Shouldn't be any workers in here. Buildings without power supply. We're going to need to look into that. Yeah, so we got a bit of a power weakness here. And we've got this is full and the 2 trucks are stood there. Can't remember. Let's just have a quick look at the power situation here. Where's the... We got a power takeoff there. We got... I think we're... This is a refueling station. Oh, Portsmouth Groundworks. We need to put expansion, city construction on that. And then let's get back to what I was doing over here. Actually, I'm going to slow the game down because what's actually happening is the game's starting to kind of run away a little bit with me. So we got coverage from there to there. So what I really need is some kind of coverage in here. It says cannot build due to infrastructure. And we've got a power takeoff there. If I put in something here, that would kind of cover this whole area here. What we're going to do is go for a modded power substation. See if I can get in close. What I'm looking for, I know you can't see the power lines. If I kind of pull it out here, you see that the power actually comes in from that side. So where was I going to put this? About here, wasn't I? Oops, no. Okay, kind of flip round a bit. So what we're going to do is drop you in, say about there, and we'll just use a mud road to speed the process up a little bit. And then we're going to have to put in a... Now somehow I've got to get a power supply out through this mismatch to here. Get that there. Not going to get past that building, isn't it? So we're probably going to have to go that way. Possibly out there. And get that to about there. Won't let me go over the building. So, okay, just cancel again. Am I going to get out of here? I think we may have to kind of go around like that. Actually, let's had another thought. Cancel that. Pause and delete that. This might be better dealt with let's just get rid of you. What we'll do is we'll come into here. It'll be a little bit messy. Maybe if we go a little bit shorter. Just won't go across that section there. Definitely would like it in this area here. The alternative is, because that will put power into this here. Has this got power? That actually has power. How about you? You've got power. So maybe I can put... All these have got power. It's just this area here. So what we got here? Okay, so we've got a substation here, which I don't recall placing. That's still not going to reach that area there, isn't it? You've got a... You're actually running down to here. Just trying to think of... Maybe if I remove you... And then, say for argument's sake, I put... Although this is going to draw a lot of power. Say for argument's sake, I can put in one of these, say up here, like that. Maybe in a little bit closer. We have to put quite a long circuitous road out here, though, aren't we? If I say for argument's sake, I put it about there. Let me take a road out. Ha. Thank you, game. Okay, just connect you up like that. That puts the gravel road round there. I'll make that gravel because it's it could be a problem with the fire station. And then what we could do then is put in kind of, it's going to be a little bit messy, but we can put you in, say, if I change this, I'd like to have it cover this far area here, so maybe if I can just kind of tuck that in, say like that. Okay, can I get a mud road off of here? Okay, you can come up here. Oops. Next to there. And then you can connect to there. And somehow you've got to get through that gap. Yeah, to there. And you've got to connect to there. Wait. You're kidding me, game. So I've got to move this over a little bit. Get that road out there and there. And then we'll just put you about there. Maybe over a little bit further then. You can connect to there. Except that. And you can kind of come in like that. Okay, so we got something here. This expansion road crew on that. That's good. We need the expansion city construction on that. Also put this. Doesn't need to be built yet. So put the expansion city construction on that. Actually, we'll put Hellas on it in support as well. We'll actually go over 1 million. So that's that done. I'm aware that I've gone over long. I've got fuel up here. How about over here? We don't have gas up here at the moment. I really need another kind of distribution center up here. We've got gas into here. Really need gas here. I need another distribution office up here that I can bring the fuel up. Because I've got a feeling my current gas kind of distribution system here is a little bit overloaded. I think what I'm tempted to do is put another distribution office in here, but I don't really want to overlap with this one. Oh no, you actually fuel. Where are you shipping the fuel to then? Okay, where is this? Okay, so I'm actually using this one to bring fuel up to here. So what I could do is, where are you? This one, isn't it? And we'll just add you as another fuel delivery option. Right one, isn't it? Yep, it's got a cistern truck on it. Another oil tanker here. 95, 16 tons. Yes, we'll take that. Now this one's moving mechanical components up to Gravelton electrical components. I don't think we've got a problem with that. No, we got plenty in there, so we can get that up and running. Got that bit there, and just gonna have a quick check over here. We got okay, we need to assign you. I think we'll put let me see, I think we'll put Havant construction on this and the Portsmouth East construction crew on that. I think we'll also put Havant on here. Now one thing I do need to do is get power out to here, because at the moment my power connection is there and I think we've got power out to here. Did I put the power cable? So this needs to be built as well, so we'll put Havant construction on that. Is there a... I don't think I've got a power connection here. Let's just check this. No. But what we've got to do now is get power down to here. Oh, that will actually go straight across. That's good. And we're just going to put you there. We're just going to accept that. And that will get a power supply down into here. I think we'll put haven't construction on here. What I will do off camera is go all the way around, make sure all my construction offices are busy. You can see we're getting some crops in here. Wonder if we're making a little dirt road there. Maybe we can just add you to that. No, it's only a small field and you guys have kind of lectured me about them. A medium field there. Maybe we can add you as well because you're kind of connected. We'll kind of get another couple of little fields on here. We've also got a bit of a road connection here that still needs to be built. Just before we finish, let's just see if we got any problems down here. No, this guy's really cracking along quite nicely. I think these are electrified cable tracks, which is good. And we've got this here. Just make sure that he's actually got a job because sometimes he can... No, they both kind of stopped. Apologies for this. Just get you built there. And of course, the other thing we're going to need to do is get the guys out here. Because he's obviously now finished that little bit into there. And what we're going to do is get you to there. And what I can do now is very carefully take out that section of track. Of course, eventually we'll have to signal this up so that there's no conflict of a train coming through here. Although eventually this line will become redundant once the construction train's finished his job. But that should make that connection. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, I will promise to finish off up here. In fact, what I might do is build the actual bridge here off camera because it just takes a little bit of fiddling about. Just to, if anyone's not sure what I'm talking about, is what we're going to have to do is kind of try and just bring this up a little bit on this side. We've got a bit of an up ramp on this, which could make life a little bit interesting. Just like this. But we may have to just kind of... And we'll probably have to bring this up a little bit as well. Like that. Okay. What I'll do is I'll finish this off camera, put the road connection through. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.